Scorpio, welcome. This is going to be for Sun, Moon, and Rising signs, your love reading for July from now till the end of July, okay? So let's see. What's the Three of Cups coming in the reverse? King of Cups. All right. This is interesting. It's showing a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces coming in. Spirit of Wands, or something's coming in fast. We have the Nine of Swords though. So you may be dealing with somebody who there's a new spark here. I'm not sure if it's a new adventure or it's just like someone pursuing you or you wanting to pursue them. But the Nine of Swords is here. There's somebody here in their mind that is conflicted, kind of getting anxiety about something here. Okay. Yeah. Spirit of Swords. I am seeing rushed energy, urgent energy, Ace of Swords coming through about the truth. I don't know if somebody wants to just confess to you about something, tell you something, or the truth is going to be revealed and kind of like clear things up. And if anybody was hiding anything from you, this is what's coming through. So it feels like somebody here is on the urge to confess something. If not, then there's an energy that wants to pursue, but there's also a sense of feeling a bit unhappy or kind of questioning. Because when you have the Three of Cups in the reverse, this could be overindulgence or someone isolated. Okay. Also, somebody in a love triangle and no longer in that love triangle. So it's like then somebody starts thinking about you, right? And somebody starts feeling lonely and everything gets all whacked out with their social life, with their social life. And now they just don't feel like anybody's really, understanding who this person is anymore. And then that's where they start thinking about you. That's what this kind of feels like. Not saying that's exactly the thing, but it kind of feels like that energy. Feels like somebody here may have like a short but exciting romance or third party energy trying to get between. Or it's something like fizzled out in some way. And there's also a fear of something of that happening again. I don't know. Let's get right into it, Scorpio. So if you guys are interested in a personal reading with me, the link is in the description box below. What's going on? So I feel like you're here with the Eight of Pentacles. You're very stable in your energy, maybe focusing on working things out here in your life, more maybe money, finances. You have like a lot of the kings coming in. So kings, you have the King of Cups, someone with emotions. You have the King of Swords, someone's more logic. The King of Wands is someone that wants to take action. So we have Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius coming in. We also have somebody here that wants some type of balanced truth. And it's like they're coming in as a wounded warrior. They're coming in kind of defensive with their guard up, cautious. Their intention is to move things slow or slowly come in, but they're wanting some type of stability. They're wanting something here. I don't know. Magician is showing up and the Five of Pentacles. All right. So you may have already closed out this chapter and held back from an energy here because, it feels like in your energy, you're just more of this Eight of Pentacles. You're working on your craft. You're doing things that have meaning behind it. Like you're focusing on what's going to grow. There is this King of Swords though, and the challenge, there's somebody here that can be very like mad at you, resenting you, feeling powerless, feeling cold towards you. And I feel it's because you outgrew the situation or outgrowing the situation now to where you're not blocked by this energy. And now they're feeling that block from you. What's this Eight of Pentacles? Okay, the Page of Swords, the Nine of Coins. Yeah, see, you're working on your stability, your home, your family, your finances. This is a whole energy. You are literally whole now. You're coming from a place of alignment. So you see very clearly. You're the observer. You're not going to be the one who just jumps in anymore. You observe and you take action. I like this. This person, on the other hand, is coming in. Something didn't end for them. They don't want something to end. They're still standing there waiting with this connection. It's very clear. They want justice. They want to do the right thing. They want to come in. There's something that needs to be balanced and it's haunting them. What's this King of Swords? The Hierophant. The Empress. Okay. You're very aligned. This person knows that. You're not someone to really just come into the relationship. Like, you already seen through this person. I feel when it comes to how you guys, your beliefs are, they're very different. I feel like this person, the challenge is they're not growing up. They're still stuck in the same mindset, this poor victim mentality type of energy with that King of Swords, holding anger, past traumas, past pain, and bringing it to other people's connections and other people's lives instead of working. So it's making them very stuck and confused and very kind of cold because they're not working through that. What's this King? All right, giving up. Temperance. Okay, somebody pulled back in the past. What's the Judgment? Sorry, Scorpio. This just feels like somebody wants the truth, but they're not really taking any decisive action. They want clarity, but it feels like they want something to happen for them. They want everything to just come to them because they're not growing. I'm telling you, they're kind of stuck. They're stuck in your energy. They don't know how to get out because they're resisting change. They're not going through a transformation, but they still feel so connected to you here, Scorpio. If I say Cancer, I'm sorry. I've been saying Cancer and Scorpio's reading for some reason, and I do apologize. So Scorpio's reading, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign. Some of you guys may have Cancer in your chart. Okay. But anyways, Ace of Swords is them wanting clarity, them wanting some type of truth. Like, they need clarity, but they want to come in unchanged. And they can't just keep wanting and not changing anything. They're not going to, I don't know. Yeah, this person still has hope, maybe feels a distance from you. You know, they still have hope. They still have faith that, you know, everything will get better with you guys for some reason. Yeah, see that Nine of Cups, but there's fear of rejection. There's something here with the Page of Wands where it's like they fear that you're not interested, that you're going to drop them. And I feel a lot of you guys may have already dropped this person. But also I'm getting like this new adventure with you though. I'm getting here, Scorpio, that you may be talking to somebody else or starting to open up during your healing phase. You know, like when the sun comes out, it's like, oh, I want to, different energy comes in. That's for some. But for this person, they do want healing. They do want a renewal. They want some type of wish to be fulfilled. They want things to just kind of be swept under the rug. But I do not see you really putting in the effort in this, okay? I feel that, yes, there is a want for somebody to come in and talk to you. They want your forgiveness. They want to recover something and have a new beginning. But that, to me, sounds very delusional on this person's side because they're not doing anything to fix themselves to earn this back from you. So what are they going to, what were they thinking was going to happen? You know, like that's the energy here I'm getting, Scorpio. So the Eight of Coins is saying that somebody's still not putting in the effort, but they're manifesting you. They're manifesting like, will Scorpio forgive me? Will they even put the effort in? Will they even want to recover or have a new beginning? They're still holding on to you. This King of Swords is still holding on to you. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It doesn't have to be that energy, but they are not letting go. Interesting. Doesn't look like they're really committed to anybody, but they're also not. It's like a person like this will act committal, but only want the benefits of the relationship, but not actually be committal, you know? Oh, yeah. See, something's one-sided. Someone's waiting. Yeah. See, someone's feeling left out in the cold in the outcome and very sad. They regret their decision. I don't feel like they made a choice yet. I feel like they're still stuck at a crossroads. It's like an energy that just waits and waits and waits for you, but doesn't want to take any action because they're scared to be vulnerable and get hurt or feel like a certain way. Like it's like they're protecting them from feeling this sadness. But either way, they're going to feel it. They're going to feel it either way. If they message you or not, if they come back and make things right or not, rejection or no rejection, they're still going to feel it if they just stay stagnant. So this is there's somebody here, Scorpio, that feels very sad, very regret, feel left out in the cold by you, but also in this defensive behavior. They're very defensive. They're like, you're not going to talk to me, well, I'm going to leave, but they don't know where to go. They don't know where to go because they're not changing. So what they're going to do is kind of go backwards. They're going to keep hitting this Two of Wands energy where they can't make a decision. And really what needs to happen is they need to come out of this King of Swords energy and stop being such an ass. You know what I mean? Like, this is hard-headed, like cold. Their patterns on how they handle things is not working for them. And this is clearly another pattern they're in that is not working for them. You have to be honest, true, and be be okay with being yourself and vulnerable. Sometimes it's going to hurt, but this person, the more that they're away, the more that you don't come towards them, the more you're in their head, the more that they cannot surrender you. So they're still at this place of being stagnant here. Okay, I don't know how long they're going to stay here or how long they've been there, but it feels like it's eating them up in the outcome. It's like, okay, you want a commitment, you want love, you want like this Queen of Cups energy, you want this Queen of Cups attention, right? But the only way to get that, the only way to get this is if you actually communicate and make the change or actually do the inner work and stop handling situations the same old way. It's not going to work for anybody. So I don't know. I don't know what this is. I feel like a lot of you guys are kind of just already, like maybe it's been way too long and you're already over it. Or for some of you guys are just like, I'm sorry. Like I don't even think about this person sometimes. But there is somebody here thinking about you a lot. And I feel like they know if they come to you, they'll get rejected. So they're just like, if you come to me, then this is what I'm going to want. I'm going to want to be with you, you know? But then there's a part of you like, no, I don't want to get hurt again. I don't know. But someone's holding on to you. See, they think the world of you. Let's see. I'm just going to grab all the cards out for you instead of flipping them over. Just get them out. Ooh, selfish. One more. Okay. So the cards we have for you is I think the world of you. I don't know what I want. I dive in and out of relationships. Okay. Then we have the feelings I have for you overwhelm me, so I run away to process them. I'm tried my best to move on, and I can't seem to let you go. And I love the way you make me feel, but I can't give that to you in return because there's no change. That's why. Not because you don't deserve it, not because you're not enough. It's because they're coming from a place where they hold a lot of resentment and victim mentality. And anybody who tries to like say something to this person, it feels like they get very angry or withdraw. And don't want to do the inner work. And I do not see, if you do not do the inner work, you're going to have the same partners. You're going to have the same cycles. You're going to settle, but even that person will get tired of that person. You know, it's just really sad that people don't want to do that change, you know, and then beautiful opportunities like you pass. You make me nervous, destined connection. So there's definitely some type of destined connection here. This person's feeling it. You may be feeling it too, but You're already at the world. You already know the lesson. It's like, I'm not going to repeat a cycle again. Yeah, my focus is on my life. I can't be bothered by you. My pride and ego got hurt, so I want to revenge. I wanted to hurt you too. That's that King of Swords. The King of Swords is mad at you because you're not giving them what they thought you were going to do. And now they have to be stuck in these feelings and stuck with this anger with you because they don't know how else to change their mind and be vulnerable and be like, hey, I did this wrong. No, because you didn't do something their way or you didn't come in the way that they wanted you to come in. Now they're mad. And now they're like, I don't even want to focus on you. I can't even be bothered by you anymore. It's like a little brat behavior, that doesn't get their way. And like, that's what that's just how they act. The King of Swords is not a joke. The King of Swords in the reverse as a challenge is someone thinking literally about themselves only. Very cold, one-sided, and they have to think this certain way to try to get over energies, but in the end, it eats them up because even pain and resentment keeps you attached. That's why you're always on their mind. That's why it's so intense, and they keep battling to try to forget you, and they can't. Who controls you? Manipulation. Ooh, let go of blame. Do not blame yourself here, Scorpio. And are you overdoing things? Jealousy and possessiveness. This person, I'm telling you, there's something here about dehydration, replenishment, jealousy and possessive. That's what it's looking like with this person. If I get more deeper in the King of Swords, you guys may relate because the King of Swords can be very, and I know a lot of people say this, but very narcissistic characteristics, which I mean like really no empathy. Very small empathy, very little empathy. And everything is about them and everything's about how you make them feel and what you did wrong. And they love to play the victim. But the whole time they don't even see what they're doing. So I feel like this person lacks self-awareness in general, where you don't even want to waste your time here anyway, Scorpio. Okay? Yeah. See, it's like they're kind of like controlling and they're very, very dishonest. So they even lie to people because their image is everything. I don't know who you were dealing with, but it's just not a very nice energy when it's in the challenge. Spirit's saying this person is a King of Swords in the reverse. I don't care what sign they are. They're coming in as the reverse. And, they're also not really coming in as a good partner. But this person can be very abusive and flipping very quickly from cold to being distant to rage. That's what I'm saying. Hi. So, I don't know. I think that Spirit's trying to protect you. And let go of the blame because this person is good at making people feel guilty. All right, so I'm going to leave this here for you. Try to do your best if you are feeling like I did the wrong thing and I did this. Try to let that go. You trust me, you're not coming in as the King of Swords in the reverse. That is something that was manipulated. So if you feel that way, Spirit is saying you were controlled. They manipulated because you were being controlled. If you guys made it this far, for the ones who let go of blame, got to let go of it. Because this was a manipulation tactic to feed off your insecurities or to make themselves that maybe you weren't doing enough or feeling enough, okay? And you were trying to maybe prove to this person or overdoing things for this person, and they still were like, well, I'm this and I do this, and dismissing everything you've done so you feel like you're the one to blame. This is a message for someone who's still watching. You're not to blame. You need to let that go. This was a manipulation tactic they did, and I'm sorry you had to go through that. Okay, that's very tough, and big hugs to you guys. All right, so I'm going to leave this here. If this message did help or bring any clarity to you, please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys, or follow, and I will see you guys very soon. God bless.